Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well and I hope you like the new cloth that you can see. Not making it out all, not seeing it all, what I'm trying to say is because we just have a new sort of, how can we say, gimmick going with the Grassroots podcast show. Hope you all like it. It'll all come relevant to each and every one of you over the next couple of weeks, I must admit, if not sooner, because we are doing something as well as new launch for the podcast. Honestly, we're looking forward to it and we can't wait we can't wait to get it going. And it's a genius idea from Peter, my tech lad. Honestly, I just can't thank him enough. And we're back in it tomorrow to set up some more cameras, trying to get the software together, trying to work out how we can do things, what we can do to make a difference at Grassroots Football, especially with the podcast studio. And again, one massive thank you to the National Lottery for helping us out with our one step ahead on mental health. We were talking out and about today at the Wantley Curtail, and I was talking away to one or two of the managers who are going to team up with us and get things organised, get things started. Apologies, didn't see Jake from Quarry Green Vipers, but I will, and Craig, I will catch up to you, and we're in the process of just finishing off. Everything looks good, everything looks rosy, and as I say, we can't wait to get things going. And especially with this, the Respect Awareness Weekend, we can't wait. 12th it begins at the Virtue Trophy Cup final. That's between Luton Town and Stockport County. Stockport, is it county now? They just changed to Stockport. Anyway, good luck to them, because Colin along the corridor here in the building where we are is going down. He's a Stockport fan, so good luck to Colin, and see if we can get him some memorabilia, and I'll just pass it on to him if we just can, because the PGMOL will be wearing our t-shirts during that game, and also it's the launch of the campaign for the next week and the week after that, which will be the 18th, 19th, and we've got a Monday night game which is on the 20th, and then we'll move on to the Friday which is on the 24th, then we have the Saturday 25th and the 26th, if I'm right. No, I think I am. 25th, 26th, I think I am, 24th, 25th, 26th, that's the weekends of the Respect Awareness Weekends. So fingers crossed, each and every one of you are going to get on board with us. Get your clubs on board, get your teams on board, get everyone on board, the referees, committees, you name it, mums and dads and managers and coaches. Support what we're doing to try and keep our referees within the game. It's what it's all about. We need everyone supporting us if we possibly can. And the kids, get the kids involved as well. What can they do extra special for their referees over that weekend? What can we do to make a difference? Yes, leave that with you. Get in touch with myself, maladon'textheline.com. Love to hear from you, and we'll just move off that subject at the moment and we'll go on to Premier League, which I thought Liverpool performance yesterday was terrible. To me, it looked like those players did not want to play, for the simple reason is it's the international break. Do they want to go away with their countries because it's the last one before the World Cup, so they all want to try and do as good as they can to get chosen to be playing in those World Cups in America. So that's my honest opinion. They were scared of getting injured, even though Ekitike took an injury, and I think Kerkez has taken an injury as well. Kerkez was probably one of the better players and great goal he scored to equalise. But when you work out and look at the whole picture, the defending was woeful. Balls over the top they couldn't cope with. Yes, we had Allison out as well. We had a few goals. Well, we've had injuries galore. We just can't cope, and when we do, we start feeling sorry for ourselves. But I just think the performance was really, really bad. Milner, 40 years of age, and the man was running around like a spring chicken. and Liverpool couldn't cope with him either. He was bossing the game, and we've got professional players who know his game inside out, and I'm sorry, but Milner shouldn't have had a look in. The fitness should have been unbelievable. I don't know what these new stats are with Sky Sports, but they're saying Liverpool have been outrun by teams. I don't think that means anything. Outrun what? You know, you could walk with the ball. The moving, I think those stats are terrible, to be honest. I'm not bothered about Liverpool not running all over the pitch. If so, let's just bring the walking stats in and see who does the most walking. You know, at the end of the day, let's just say Liverpool are really throwing things away. Lucky enough, Everton did us a favour. Yes, they won't admit that. They did us a favour beating Chelsea, and Chelsea were just as poor. Well, I thought they played better than what we did. That's my honest opinion. And they got beat 3-0. We got beat 2-1. Man United, the only team who were scraping points. Not playing well, but they're getting the points and we're not. We can't hold on to a point or anything like this, you know what I mean? We're stuck on 49 points. We've lost 10 games in the Premier League already. And we won the league last year. Would you believe, yes, we've got millions of injuries and that's all we're having. Injury after injury after injury, and it's an excuse for all the rest of the team saying we're depleted. And Ekatike going off at the start when we were on top, I must admit, probably did scupper the performance a little bit, because you have a match plan, don't you, and then it all doesn't work out. But I didn't know what Curtis Jones was doing when he came on. He didn't look like he wanted to play in the game either. I think he was feeling sorry himself because he's not being included in the England squad. So why perform? So there was nothing for him to go for. But then again, you know, you still have to perform, because the manager will be looking on and saying to himself, we get injuries, you're the next call up. But he did nothing to help his cause if he wanted to get in the England team as well. Anyway, that's my excuse, and I think it's a genuine excuse as to why, well, not an excuse, but a genuine plan why Liverpool just did not perform. And you can't say, oh, we played Wednesday and then we have a game 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, I don't agree with the 12:30 kickoff. Maybe 3 o'clock, maybe a later kickoff after the Champions League game, because Brighton were all nice and fresh. But we still had the beating of them, and it didn't happen. You know, it just didn't. They look like scoring all the time. Liverpool just didn't look like they wanted to defend it at all. So well done to Everton. Liverpool, I just don't know what we're going to do. We've got Manchester City in the Cup next, and also we've got PSG away first leg. Now we're playing like that, dear me, let's go 10 goals from the 2 games against us. But if we up our game and start believing again, get some players back from injury and start performing, never know. Let's just see, and let's just, I don't know what's going to happen in the Derby game. That's in April as well, and all the Evertonians are all made up now saying that they've mastered the stadium and they're in for a fight with us. But derbies are derbies, and it's probably going to be a boring 0-0 draw anyway, so there you go, that's how it goes. Grassroots football, if you're out and about today, let's just hope that you've been absolutely perfect on and off the field of play. Whether you're supporting, whether you're playing, whether you're a manager or a coach, committee member, and even a referee, let's hope that everyone put in a shift today and enjoyed it, because the weather wasn't as good as what it has been over the last few days, and I'm hearing from the forecast that we might get rain a little bit later on. Well, there you go, we've scuppered the weather. That's our summer now, it's all gone, and we're back to cold weather and wintry sunshine and snow, hail. You know, you never know, do you? What sort of a summer are we going to get this year? I'm looking forward to it, because everyone, when the sun's shining, everyone seems to behave. Anyway, we've had a couple of incidents, haven't we, over the last few weeks. Thankfully, the referees are okay. The referees are going to be continuing. They're only young, and what we need to do is make sure that attitudes are perfect. And that starts with the coach, the manager, passing it on to the parents, the players, to say, look, let's go out there, let's play our football, let's enjoy it, win, lose or draw. So long as those kids have got a smile on their face, I'm happy, and you parents should be happy as well. It's always disappointing when you lose a game, but at the end of the day, it's always remember, kids are developing, just like our referees. because referees start from the age of 14, and if you haven't seen the yellow armband that's here on Merseyside, different colours across the country, it's a deterrent and it's a message to say that that referee is under 18 years of age and probably still at school. Now, if you were a manager or coach and or a parent and you're irate, just imagine if someone was irate to your child, because parents do turn up to watch the referees and they're on their own. They are, and when you've got a squad full of supporters having a go at a referee, and that's what happens, spectators on the touchline, all at once having a go at the referee, that is a lot of pressure. That really is, because how do you think the mum or dad are feeling when their child is subject to that abuse? It can't be good. And in many cases, not all cases, it could be a safeguarding incident because the kids are still at school. It all depends how that goes, but not, as we talked today with the committee and Walton Caredale sitting down there, not every case is safeguarding. But when they are safeguarding, then something needs to be done about it. Something really needs to be looked into, because the kids are young. They're 16, 14, 15, 16, under the age of 18, and unfortunately that says they're still a minor. So please beware when you go out, and just do not give anyone any stress from the sidelines. Even if your child is injured or gets involved in a bit of a brawl on the pitch, leave that to your manager, coach and referee. Turn your back, even though it may be you mightn't like it. Just turn your back and just get on with the game. Just say to yourself, to your mate, you know, we can't have that. Leave it. The coach is the manager. Even though your blood may be boiling, something will be done. The referee may take action. The manager, their coach may take action. Something will be done. And maybe if the two children can be sorted out, they will do it. You don't have to get involved, wanting to run on the pitch, causing mayhem, and then the next parent wants to have a go. And it's not good in front of the kids, because you've got to understand that kids could be suffering with mental health struggles. And then if you're giving verbal abuse to a referee or the opposition, think what it's doing to the kids on the field of play. And we're talking about making good attitudes here, giving good attitudes to the kids. We can only do, because first and foremost, the managers and coach and the parents are role models. They're role models, and they should be putting good attitudes at the forefront. When the kids get up, give them breakfast, get them in a good mood, good attitudes. No good putting them to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, they're up for 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, ready for the game because they're shattered, or they've been travelling somewhere and they're coming back for the game, they're shattered. Let your manager know if you think your child's tired and they've got substitutions there, ready, available. Just say, well, let them wake up first, give them a little bit of training and see how they perform, because they've been up all night, or they haven't been well, or they haven't slept well. And then it makes it a little bit better, because sometimes you're going to be in a bad mood, but all like that. We can all wake up and not be in the right mood, that you know, you're going to work and you can't find something and it puts you in a really poor mood for the rest of the day. So we need to try and make sure that we're all looked after early in the morning. Loads of breakfast, nice smiling, nice, I don't know, if the weather's nice, everyone else is nice. That's what I found out. But at the end of the day, we need to all sing off the same song sheet and join my circle of friends. You can see this. Wow, what a marketing ploy that we've got going ahead here. It's going to be brilliant, and the guests are going to love it as well when they come into the studio, I assure you. And we will have the Walton Caredale coming in, North Liverpool coming in, the County FA coming in, and hopefully the FA coming in, representatives as well as the PFA coming back to the studio to see a difference, to see the cameras all set up, all ready to go, Spotify, places like that, Riverside, whichever we may be, whichever we may join. We're looking into joining something and making a difference at grassroots football. We'll have a lot more followers, especially on DXTL TV, from the touchlines on YouTube. We want to try and make that a little bit better if we possibly can. But you always have these teething problems. I don't know whether you do yourselves. If you're working with laptops and what have you, computers, then you suddenly put something on and always the software is not up to date. Now I use a laptop and upload my YouTube or look onto my email. I'm not loading anything up, and then I get software updates, and whatever they put in, they're using your data up. Because suddenly it says, Windows, no more space on this. And you're looking and you're thinking, no more space. I'm deleting videos because they're uploaded on YouTube. I'm deleting pictures. I'm not loading anything up. So how can there be no more space if you're not putting any extra things on? Can someone answer that to me, please? marathonTextiline.com. And I'm still looking for someone on Facebook who really is good. And when the tech kids come in, they'll sort it all out, I know that. Or even Peter will have a little word with him tomorrow night, because as we say, we're finishing another couple of hours on the uploading of equipment and getting the iMac. The iMac will be moving in here because we'll be doing online interviews. They're coming up very soon indeed as well. Going to be really interesting for you. So if you've got anything you'd like to talk about, and no, honestly, I've got a massive list now of people wanting to come in for an interview, and that could be on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because we still have Dan and Jaden coming in for the kids show. It's not the voice box anymore, it's the Grassroots show. So the voice box is gone because they were the younger kids. But we are going to bring a new generation of kids coming into the studio, once again, thankfully, to the National Lottery. And we're going to study about mental health and give the kids a voice, give them an opportunity, give them something to look forward to, especially in grassroots football. So if you're a team manager and you've got worries about kids with mental health struggles and they're looking for something to do, and I know we're going to get teams coming in Kirby, who want to put their teams and some of the kids into the studio to chat, have a chat, get the confidence booming out of them and see how good they are. And then they could join our grassroots show as well, and probably our tech team, starting to mix things, starting to edit things. It's great to learn at such a young age. So there's opportunities that we're going to try and offer for all the kids, get them involved. And I can't wait to get going. That's only a couple of weeks down the road to really be fully run with it. We can't wait to get things organised. It really is an opportunity for a lot of kids. And young Dan and Jaden, they'll be right at the forefront, making a difference on and off the field of play. And I wonder how Dan got on, by the way. I'm sure he did some great refereeing over the weekend. Once again, thanks again to all the Jeffrey Humble staff. Amazing. And one or two of them probably be coming in to talk about the opportunities that there is in Jeffrey Humble as well with their gym, how to keep fit, and you know what they can do to apply, and maybe they give some freebies away. So yeah, watch this space, get you in there, and hopefully it'll be Lily and Jay, or let's see who will come in, let's see who's got the bottle, let's see who's confident. And it don't have to be confident, because we don't really edit that much, honestly, because when you come into the studio, it's so relaxing, nice cup of tea, we'll have cakes, we'll have biscuits for all our guests, and we'll just make sure that everyone's happy and smiling. And it's just like you getting up in the morning, having your wash, getting yourself ready, dressed, going downstairs, sitting around the table, having breakfast, and then having a chat. And that's what it's like here. We're just going to chat about football, about what you've been doing, about how you got into that position, if you're a referee, things like this, what made you start it, why did you want to get involved. And that's all it is. You forget about any cameras, you forget about any podcast, any microphones, you just forget. You really, really do, and you just get on with it. And this is why the time flies. And before you know it, you've been here for an hour and non-stop talking. And you've made a difference to everyone who's involved in your team, everyone who's listening to you, the family, they're all interested, and they're all starting to share. And that's what we want you to do. Please share our post on YouTube and subscribe, it's free. And we put Lean On Me out there yesterday with the Heart of Gold initiatives. And that's for kids with mental health struggles as well. All makes a difference. All singing off the same song sheet in the DXTL circle of friends. Getting together. That's what we want to be. Can't wait to get this week out the way, because it could be very positive. It could be as close as Friday evening. when we're all up and running. And I'm not too sure whether young Dan's back, he may be, and Jaden will be informed then, and his wrestling, Dan with his refereeing, what stories they've got to say. And they've been part of the Kids Voice Box and the Grassroots show for a good 4 or 5 years now. And they're now 6'4", probably the two of them. Great lads, great attitudes, and we can't wait for you to get them or listen to them back on the show. And we can do online interviews as well if they can't make it into the studio. So please watch this space and let's see what Friday brings. But thank you so much for tuning in over the weekend. We hope you give loads of respect towards our referees when you're being out and about. Don't forget the 12th, the 18th and the 25th, those weekends, all about respect. Put them in your diary and let's make a move and let the kids know. And what difference could you make to make it more friendly for your referee over those weekends? It's a national campaign and we need national teams all over the country to get involved. Hopefully you will. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, and Lean on Me. Yes, with our song, our Heart of Gold choir. We'll see you on Friday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Dan will be there. If not, it'll be me and maybe a guest. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the week. Cheerio for now.